Good evening everyone and welcome to No Man's Land for the live stream. Hope everyone is well. Hope you've all had a great week. So we are back on No Man's Land for some more fun and games. So tonight we're going to be buying a new area of land as we've got the money to do that, and then we're going to cut all the grass, wrap it, bale it all up, wrap it for silage bales, and then we'll see what else we can do after that. So just before we get started, to say a big thank you to DRndalo for providing the server for tonight's stream. And if you are interested in your own dedicated server for Farm Simulator 22, then please check out the link in the description for DRndalo. They do lots of other games as well, including Minecraft and several others. So yeah, if you're looking at a dedicated server, then consider checking that link out. It is an affiliate link, so I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel. And I just remembered Stevie can't actually hear me because I've got to change that to voice activity. So hey Stevie, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Not too bad. All good here. And I was literally listening to the stream there a second ago, thinking I can't hear him in my ear.
Yeah, I forgot to change it to voice activity. Well, it's good to have you here again, so thank you for coming on to help out.
No problem. What land are we going to buy?
I think last time everyone was, I think the majority of people were saying 27, which I think will be a nice one. It's a decent area. There's a few, well, that small one patch of trees on there, and that little bit of trees down the one bit was quite a big open area, and it's next to our existing field as well, which we could always extend into. So we'll buy that to get started so we can actually get on with some work. So what do you want to do? Do you want to mow or bale?
I suppose I'll mow ahead of you.
Yeah.
If you're mowing ahead of me and you get stuck reading chat, I get stuck behind you.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was thinking. You'll be a bit faster mowing than I will be. I'll end up holding you up. So we'll go and dig the baler out. So who we got in? We've got Blue Buzzard. Hey, good to see you in the chat again. Hope you're doing well. Adnan Farmer also in the chat. We've got Hans saying evening everybody. Evening to you. Good to see you in the chat again. Logan saying hello guys. Good morning. Good evening from me. A Dixon saying hi. Maria saying what is up boys. Dean saying hey. Ethan's farming channel saying hello. Tino. Nimanin, then good evening. Fully Botified saying hello. Clayton Hart in the chat again saying hi to you. Keegan saying good afternoon from America. Good afternoon to you. Thomas saying hi. And there's me trying to put a link in while Cloudbot commands have stopped working the game for some reason. Alright, dig this baler out while I try and read through the rest of the chat. Maria, the SFM was it's a command for Cloudbot, which is then supposed to put a link into something. But Cloudbot, I was just testing to see if Cloudbot commands were working, because they weren't working, then they started working. Now they don't seem to be working again, and not sure why. I'll just dump our new seed drill out the way. Serious06 saying hello, hey to you. Again, good to see you in the chat again. Firehead saying hi Stim and hey Stevie. Hello to you. Damien Fontaine saying hello from France. Oh, good evening to you. A Dixon saying hello. Clayton Hart saying hi Sim Farmer, and I am in hospital so I shot in my leg. Oh, that sounds nasty. Well, wishing you the a speedy recovery for that, and I hope it's nothing too serious, although being shot in the leg sounds pretty serious. Oxy DNA 2001 saying sup sim, hey to you. Chris Nagpal saying, could you do streaming afternoons? I will do at some point, probably an earlier stream, so people that can't watch at this time get a chance to watch. But it won't be like a regular thing, it may be just a one-off every now and then. Just so I say, those that can't watch at this time can join in, watch live. Danish pet friend in the chat as well, saying, hey Sim, how are you? I'm very well. I'm a little bit tired. Been in the garden all day working hard, trying to get loads of stuff done while it's spring. So I'm a little bit tired now, and I'm slightly aching back from digging and lifting heavy objects. Right, so just check we are on 150. And away we go. Blue Bulls are saying back in a minute, no worries. Hey Dixon, where you download the seeder? The seeder's off Mod Hub. It's the Keckling. Ooh, Keckling Jockey 600. If you go under seeders in the Mod Hub in game, you should find it. It was released in the last week. So the Jockey 600. So we bought that on Wednesday stream. Well, we actually bought 2 of them on Wednesday stream. Storm Call in the chat again, saying, how you guys doing? I'm very well. Good to see you in the chat again. GJ saying hello. Hey to you. Chris saying it's midnight in India, so yeah, so a bit late for you. So I imagine it's like early hours in the morning for people in Australia as well. Maximilian Hop saying hi, hey to you. So yeah, I'd just like to say, so for anybody that didn't catch Wednesday's stream, just like to apologise for the lack of streams over the last few weeks. So I had a long period where I just wasn't feeling all that good. My head wasn't in the right place for sitting here streaming, so probably wouldn't have been very fun if I had tried to. So I had a little bit of a break, but good to be back and good to see a lot of familiar faces in the chat again. So, so for those that missed Wednesday's stream, we bought those 2 new seed drills. Just trying to think what else we did. We drilled canola and barley. So I think we did 2 fields of 2 fields of canola and 2 fields of barley, and we also harvested that field of soybeans. Sold all our pallets of lettuce as silage bales as well, so we did quite a bit actually. So what we're going to do this area is we're going to cut all the grass, obviously bale it up for silage bales to sell, and then we'll plough in a couple of new fields. I don't think we can plant anything, I think we might be past planting now, other than wheat and barley, which we've got 2 fields of barley, so we'll do something different. So once we've got all these silage bales done, we'll probably skip ahead of time until we get to a point where we can get some more work done. Clayton Hart saying, yes, I'm okay. I was shot in a shootout, and I was the officer down, but I'm okay. Sinfarm video keeping me going. Well, glad to hear that, and yeah, I wish you all the best in your recovery. Danish pet friend say, Mr. Sim, what is your plan for No Man's Land? My plan for No Man's Land is in the time-lapse series. In terms of like what I plan to do going forward, or just in in this one. Firehead, when there'll be a new Carmsen farm? Hopefully next week. I'm hoping to get one recorded Monday. So yeah, hopefully there'll be a return to Carmsen. Possibly Tuesday if I can get that video done Monday. So either Tuesday or Wednesday next week, but more likely Tuesday. Peter V saying hello Sim, hey to you, good to see you in the chat again. Joe DeBeard saying hi, hey to you. Cristiano Reese saying good afternoon, I'm your fan. I know I don't speak English, I'm from Brazil, thank you. Well, thank you for watching. Either way, I'm glad you enjoy the content. Danish Pet Friend, lately in my videos I've been using the enhanced vehicle control mod, which is it's got a lot more to it than just the like drive control, like direction control. So it's kind of like a GPS, but it's also got the 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. You can lock the diffs on the tractors and stuff like that. Not that I've really used that much. It doesn't seem to be as useful as it did in FS19 when you could change between 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive and do the diff locks and things. It probably needs updating, so I really need to have a look, see if there's an update for it, because it's been a while since I downloaded that. But I was going to put it on the server, then I wasn't sure what version Stevie had got, and I thought it might get a bit awkward trying to work out who's got the latest version or what version, so left it off for now. So yeah, it's the enhanced vehicle control mod. There should be a link on the No Man's Land time-lapse series mod list. So if you go to one of the No Man's Land time-lapse videos and check out the mod list, I did update it, and there should be a link for enhanced vehicle control mod off GitHub. I will probably try and get it on for the next stream. Yeah, it's a really good mod. I prefer it over GPS. One thing, you don't have to buy it for your tractor. It works on every tractor straight off. It's fairly simple to use as well. You don't have to set up like A and B points. You can just literally hit right control and end, and it snaps to that direction you're driving. And then if you do right control home, it then goes to a GPS type thing where it sets up the lanes, and then you can just use the right control end to snap to each different lane. There is also an auto turn mode on there, so once you set up your lanes, you can get it to automatically turn at the end of each one, kind of like the GPS in FS17. So it's a very good mod. I say it's probably been updated since last time I downloaded it. May possibly a few more new features on it. A Dixon saying, what's better sowing, 2 field of canola, 2 field of sorghum, or 1 field canola, 1 sorghum? Depends what you're using it for. If you're just doing it to sell, then I don't know if it matters too much, because they're probably fairly well balanced when it comes to what you get for how much you can make off them if you're just selling them. If you're using them for other things, like canola oil or sorghum for flour, then obviously that may make a difference as to what you do. Adix saying, can you buy BGA plants? On my No Man's Land time-lapse series, I do plan on getting a BGA plant at some point. I was looking at one recently, but it was a little bit too expensive, and I wanted to spend the money on other things. But I will look at getting one soon. I'm getting to that point now on the time-lapse series where I can easily make a few 100,000 like every few months with all the pallets I've got going on, and I'll be expanding on those as well soon with sugar beet, so doing sugar, which I can then do cakes at the bakery. So my plan for the time-lapse series is, once I've got the sugar factory going and I'm producing sugar, I can then switch the small bakery to do cakes. And then what I'm going to do is get the industrial bakery that was released on Mod Hub and use that for bread production. So I've got kind of two separate bakeries doing different things. Plus then there's also the option with sugar, I can make chocolate at the dairy. Not sure what's better, if it's better to do cheese or chocolate. But I will have to switch the dairy to do butter for a period, just to top up the bakery with butter, so then that can do cakes. And then after that we've still got, trying to think what other production lines there are, cereal factory, but to do that I think I need grapes first, so that may be a while before we do cereal, because I think we need the raisins from the grape production, and I won't be doing grapes just yet because as I found with the olives, they're probably not worth doing at all, even if you're doing grape juice. So maybe a while before we get round to doing cereal. So possibly we'll look at doing the BJ before that. Stormcool, am I going to get a lorry soon? Yes, I was looking at buying one in the last episode I recorded, but because I put the sugar beet in, which I don't know if the episode where I planted the sugar beet has been released yet. Can't remember which episodes have been up. It may be tomorrow's episode. There was supposed to be an episode up yesterday. When I come to publish it, there was a problem with the video, so I had to re-edit and render it. Unfortunately, I was out last night, so I didn't get time to do that until this morning. So that'll be up tomorrow, which I don't think I'll plant the sugar beet. So yeah, sneak peek of what's coming up. So yeah, because I've put sugar beet in, I need the money for the sugar beet harvester because we're doing no leasing, no loans. So I was going to get a lorry and an animal transport trailer to take the cows in one trip rather than multiple trips. And then I thought, oh no, I can't spend that money because I need to get the sugar beet harvester first. So I will be getting one soon, because I think I am at that point where I could really do with getting one. Oops. Stormcall, so what is your plan for buying machines or land on the stream today? Well, we've just bought the area of land to do this, so we'll see what other money we can make. We will need to do some hay soon, which will be next in-game year, but that is something we're going to need to probably look at doing at some point soon. We don't currently have a tedder or windrower for doing hay, so we will need to look at buying a new windrower, which currently there is actually one on used equipment. So the Kun GA 15131 is only 23,000, which is not a bad size windrower, so we could possibly look at doing a bit of forestry to try and get that, which will save us a bit of money than buying one brand new. And then we'll just need a tedder so we can actually ted the grass. We do have a few hay bales left for the sheep, so we've probably got enough to see us through to next year. But we will need to get some more soon. Afuna Mark, how did you get back the base game plank pallets? I removed the sawmill, one of the sawmill mods. So there's a mod on Mod Hub which is like a sawmill pack which contains 2 sawmills. So you've got the sawmill that's the same as the one on this map, and then you've got the one from Elm Creek as well. That was updated and it changed the pallets, so if you remove that mod or disable it, that's assuming you're not actually using that sawmill. Then it reverts the pallets back to the base game ones. Can't remember the exact name of it. I don't know if it's just sawmill pack or something similar to that. One shot, what about your second channel? Yeah, something's coming up again this coming week on the Sim Farmer Plus channel. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, Toys Van Den Top, saying hello, am I late? No, we've not long started, so you've not missed too much. Well, thank you for stopping by. Petry saying we need the alien gym mods. Yeah, there's still some buildings missing from alien gym stuff. So hopefully he'll be bringing out a few more, and some of his animal placeable buildings as well as a separate mod soon. Maria saying the cereal factory doesn't take a lot of raisins. A few pallets shall last more than a year. Okay. How many horsepower has the Massey got? Good question. I can't remember. 240, I think. Oh, 265, and then the Fent is 246. Blue Buzzard saying he's back. Welcome back. Maria saying there's a sugar beet harvester mod and the harvester costs £8,000, but it would have to pick up the sugar beet after the harvest with a bucket. That sounds like slow work. It sounds cheap harvester, but it sounds like a lot of work. Matterboy saying chocolate is more profitable than cheese. Good to know. So yeah, I might switch the dairy. Once I've got the sugar production, I can switch the dairy to do butter to top up the lag spike. Fill up the bakery with butter and then switch it to. So I was either between cheese or chocolate. But if chocolate's a bit more profitable, then it might be worth switching to that. Something a bit different as well. Akos saying hey to you. Naive Creator saying hey Sim, how you been? I've been very well, thank you, and I hope you have too. Good to see you in the chat again. Apologies if I've missed a comment. I'm not ignoring you. It's just I've missed it in the chat. Jenny is saying I'm from Finland. Hey to you. Sad to hear, Clayton. It sounds like you've had a bad week. Nathan Agri 2000 Farm saying hi, hey to you. Chris saying, do you plan on playing a mining map? I may do for FS22 because I've never actually played on one on FS19, so I may give one a go on 22. At some point we'll have to see what comes out and what mods are available for it, and how they are as well. I found a mark saying, do you have the transport mission mod? I do on the time-lapse series. I don't have it on here, I don't think. I don't think we have it on here. No. Yeah, I've got it on the time-lapse series on No Man's Land, but I keep forgetting to check it. So there's probably a few times there's been some decent contracts. It's a nice mod. I do find it a bit strange that I keep getting contracts for delivering water to my own greenhouse for like 100,000 litres of water for some stupid amount of money. Blue was saying to me, you'll have to get me back to Discord, like it's starting to fill up. Yeah, I'll have to. I haven't been on. I'll have to try and get on Discord tomorrow and have a look because I haven't been on for ages. Depending on the weather, if it's a sunny day tomorrow and nice and dry, I'll be out in the garden all day again. And I've got loads I want to try and get done before the end of spring. But if it's a rainy day, then I'll probably jump on Discord and have a look and get a few things sorted out on there. We'll see. As I mentioned, anyone was watching Wednesday, I did talk about the weather. There was saying there was a possibility of snow this week. Literally, I finished the stream on Wednesday night, went to let the dogs out, and it was snowing. I was like, there's me thinking, yeah, they keep saying we're going to get snow, but I doubt we will. It didn't stick or anything, but it snowed quite heavy Thursday. It was pretty much snowing all day Thursday. But it didn't stick on the ground, so no getting snowed in. And yesterday I think we've had every type of weather you can possibly get, from frosty morning to a very cold mid-morning, snowing in the afternoon, then blazing sunshine like late afternoon, early evening. One thing I could really do with on here as well is the bale counter mod. That will be handy because we don't have the access to the statistics screen to see how many bales we've done. Mr. Agri saying, I like your video, I watch your video in France. Well, thank you for that. Adixon, can make challenge all tractor, combines, cultivator, sower? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Naive Creator, have you ever made a mod for FS? I have, but I've never released a mod. For FS19, I had a go at making a building in Blender, so I created all the model, got some basic form of texturing on it, and got it in game without any like collisions or anything like that. But that's about as far as I got with it. I was just, it's been struggling to find the time to actually sit down and learn Blender, learn how to set up all the XML files for a mod and stuff like that. So it's something I wanted to do, I just couldn't find the time to actually do it. But I did get a building. It was like a British style cottage. So I never got round to setting up all the collisions in Giants Editor for it and stuff like that. So, but I haven't messed around with anything like that since then. That's been a long while. Move this bale out the way. Oh, come on. Yeah, I would love to learn how to mod properly and do it, which is just finding the time. It's like same with the map as well. I'd love to create my own map from scratch, but if I was to do a map, I'd want to do it like a truly unique map to me. So do all my own models for buildings and stuff like that, and the time it would take to do all of that. And just learn how to do all that, which it's just I don't have, unfortunately. One shot saying, I hope there will be a logging map out soon. Would love to see a time lapse on a map like this again. Yeah, I really need to get the FDR logging stuff sorted out, get all the controls set up for that so I can start using that stuff again. Because if I was to do a map like Wilhelmina Forest or Crater Lake again, with how many trees there are on there, I would need to get some forestry equipment pretty early. This map's not so bad because there's like lots of open spaces where you don't have to worry about clearing trees to play fields in and stuff. But a full forestry map, I would definitely need to use some sort of forestry equipment at least. So yeah, finding the time to get all the controls set up for the FDR stuff will probably something I'll look at doing soon. Yeah, Nightbot's been a bit naughty again. Chris, hi Dixon saying hello from Poland. Hello to you. Looks like Sim is globally famous. Yeah, I've got people from all over. When I go to my analytics and look where views are from, it's amazing to see some of the countries and where viewers come from. And in the streams as well, we get people from all over, which is good to see. Yeah, keep the Discord link out of the here just for now. So once it's all fully up and running, I'll do a community post and that, and then can get a command for the link for it for the streams. I probably will put a new link up in the community chat for members, because any new members that may not be aware of it. That's something I'll try and remember to do for tomorrow. John saying hello from the Netherlands. Hey to you. Naive Crate saying, what was the first FS you ever played? Mine was FS15 on the Xbox. That was my first ever FS. Played it quite a bit, but being on Xbox then there was no mods. So I've pretty much played the 2 maps that came with it till I got bored of both and then never played it again. So I played it quite a bit, but nowhere near as much as what I've played, like 17, 19, or probably not as much as I've played 22 so far. And I bought FS17 when it was released on Xbox. I did pretty much the same thing. I didn't really bother with any mods, to be honest, when that came out. I kind of played Goldcrest Valley until I got bored of it. Got all the big equipment, and then stopped playing it and didn't play it again then until well over a year after it had been released. I don't know why, I just kind of was having one of those things for, oh, I fancy playing Farm Simulator, so jumped back on playing Goldcrest Valley again, started again, and then started looking at the mods and stuff and playing a few mod maps, and then I kind of got hooked on. So I've mentioned this before, what really got me into Farm Simulator was the West Coast by Bullet Bill and Seasons mod. When I started playing those, I really started to get into Farm Simulator. So that was the first mod map I ever properly played. Was the West Coast. Playing that as well with Seasons. Really changed the game for me. SG Spoon saying, hi Sim, I wish you a nice stream. Well, thank you. Blue Buzzard saying we'll be back in a bit, no worries. The Everyday Gamer saying hi. Hey to you. Good to see you in the chat again. Hope you're well. We'll probably make well more than what we paid for this bit of land just off the silage bales. So one good thing about this map, when you do cut the grass first before you do anything with it, you can usually make your money back on the area of land straight away, or once the bales are fermented at least. One shot, how many hours have you played this game? FS22. I think it's I did look in the last stream, I think it was close to 600 hours. Let me just check. No, 563.7 hours on this version on my Steam account. Then I've also got some hours on the Giants version. Well, the version I bought direct from Giants when it first released, until I switched to Steam. So I've got probably over 600 hours on FS22 so far. Stormcall, are you going to be building, expanding, or building a second yard? Yes, I plan the farm area I've currently got. I'm planning on keeping that majority for sheep and dairy cows, and then what I'm thinking of doing is building up a separate yard for, as we're starting getting more and more equipment and larger equipment, build up a separate yard just for like the farming side, so the arable farming. So keep the harvesters in there and all the equipment for that. And then at the small farm where I've started at the moment, we'll just keep the stuff for mowing the grass, baling grass up, doing silage bales, hay and stuff like that. And then I'm planning, as I'm going to be doing all animals, all production types, I'm thinking of probably doing a separate pig farm at some point, but it will be separate from where the farm is now. One of the main reasons for doing that is I want to start spreading out stuff over the map a little bit more, because I am starting to get a lot of equipment, a lot of animals all concentrated in that one small area, which is fine for me. I'm having no problems, but I know for anybody downloading the save game that doesn't have a system like mine, they may start struggling a little bit with frame rate issues and performance. So I'm looking to start expanding out a little bit more, so I will be looking at building a new yard, I say, which will be for the harvesters, big tractors, seed drills and stuff like that, all be kept there. I probably will get a new farm silo as well, so start doing all the crops or go back to there rather than going back to the little farm. And that'll give me a chance to spread out over the map a little bit more as well. So I'll get some more sell points dotted around the map, and just spread out a bit more than what we are at the moment. But again, with that, it's that kind of thing, it's just getting the money to spend on buildings and stuff that aren't really going to earn any more money. So at the moment I still want to try and spend money on stuff that's going to make me more money. So invest in productions, new land to get more fields, which then I can harvest for more crops. Chris, when are you planning on playing? Is that ETS2 on Farm Simulator Plus? I don't know yet. So I want to try and just get back to the other channel and get some more videos up there first before I start looking at doing some other stuff. I'm really looking forward to the new update coming out for Transport Fever 2. But I don't know if it'll switch over to an existing save game or whether I'll need to do a new one. So I may start a new series on that from scratch when the update's released. So I don't know yet, because I really enjoy playing that game. I just haven't had a chance to get to it much at the moment. Captain McLaren, does FS22 have any significant graphical updates compared to FS19? I think that they've changed the the system to optimize it a bit better. I think the graphics are better than 19. They do look a lot better to me. But I don't think there's many like massive significant changes. But I know they have changed the game engine a little bit, so it works a little bit better. But when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not an expert on it, so to me it looks better. That's all that matters to me. And performance wise, I find it seems to be performing a lot better than 19 did. But I know there are a lot of people that will disagree with that from their point of view. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook saying that FS19 performed a lot better on their system than 22 does. Storm, if Forestry harvester for sale for a good price, would you buy it for No Man's Land? Yeah, if one came up for in the sales for a decent price, I'd probably buy it. But I haven't seen one come up in there for ages. It really annoyed me the other day. I bought that new Class Lexing combine, and then literally the month after, I skipped through time, looked in the used equipment, and there was a, I think it was the Massey Ferguson Ideal combine used for like half the price of what I paid for the Class. I was like, there hasn't been a combine come up, used equipment sale for ages, and then one comes up just after I buy one. Yeah, maintenance is still very expensive. I think I was really hoping they would have made some adjustments to that in the 1.3 update, but it doesn't seem they've made any changes to the maintenance costs at all. It still seems far too excessive for me. I know there's a few mods out there now you can adjust how much it costs you and stuff. Clayton saying videos are cheering me from a bad week this week. Yeah, well, glad they are, and so take care and all the best. Storm saying I got lucky forest hard for 180k forest. That's not too bad. Yeah, when I did the forestry in the video recently, I was like, because of how much they've reduced the how much you make of the forestry now, it's kind of like, this kind of sucks now, how much it takes for how little I'm earning compared to what I used to earn. So they did like 4 loads on the 2 trailers and earned around about 80,000, whereas previously that would have been, trying to think how much, probably been around 120,000 for the same loads. So it kind of sucks that they've reduced the wood price so much. But I think just having that tree harvester, even if it was just to cut the trees down into 7-metre lengths, it would help speed up a lot of the time than going around manually cutting them with a chainsaw. I'd probably still load them with the front loader for now. Yes, I do have the new DLC, the Antonio pack. I bought it when just before I did the olives, because I was going to get one of those for doing the olives, like working the olive farm on No Man's Land. And then I think I mentioned this in the stream, I was going to buy the small tractor and the equipment to plough and mulch the in between the olives. And then for some reason I thought the olive harvester was only 200 and something thousand. Luckily I checked how much it was before, and I was like, I can't really buy that because I need the money for the harvester. So I didn't end up buying one. So at the moment I've got it and I haven't used it, and I possibly won't now. I was in 2 minds whether to get it or not, because I thought, how much am I going to actually use it? And then I thought, because when I was doing the olives, it kind of worked out right at the same time as doing the release of the mod DLC, and I thought it'd be good to do that for a video on the day of the DLC was released using that new equipment, but it didn't quite work out for me. But yeah, I do own it. But how much I'll use it, I don't know. Gaming with James just saying they uploaded their first YouTube video today. Hope it goes well for you. Is that Kleinest Crocodile saying hello, hey to you. Storm saying yeah, the wood price has dropped a stupid amount and the furniture takes ages before you get finally get an amount worth selling. Yeah, I think the furniture seems extremely slow now. It's one of the reasons since the update I've done very little forestry on No Man's Land on the time-lapse series. Whereas before, if it's like if I needed to buy something, I'd just go and cut a load of trees down. Now it's like for how much I'd have to cut down to burn the same amount of money, I just don't have the time to do it in a video. But I end up doing the whole video just cutting down trees to earn enough money to buy something decent. Fell Prince saying how you play so long on No Man's Land, because it's always changing. That's one good thing that keeps me motivated on a map like this, is there's always something new to work towards. So on maps you've already got built up, you can, apart from buying new equipment and land, often you can get a bit bored because you're basically just doing the same thing over and over again. Whereas this one, there's always something new to work towards. So my current one at the moment is doing the sugar beet, which then I'll go into doing the sugar factory. And then after that, there's still the pigs to do, there's still horses, there's grapes, there's a BGA to get, there's so much more I can do on this map. I say for other maps like the base game maps and stuff, I tend to probably get bored a lot sooner. Why are you grinding so hard when you can just use the sign method? Because that's part of the fun of the game. There's no point in using the sign method. It just takes all the fun out of it for me if you just add in money to buy whatever you want. It's the way I've always played farms, in starting with a small amount of equipment and a small amount of land, and I've always enjoyed the process of earning the money to upgrade your equipment and expand. For me, that's what I enjoy the most about the game. As I've mentioned quite before, I do find that FS22 is more of a grind than previous versions. I think they definitely could do with making a few changes to that, especially when the large majority of people that play the game will be casual players that will play it for fun until they get bored of it and probably never come back to it, or possibly when there's some new DLC they may come back for a little bit. But I think for the average player that probably only gets a few hours here and there to play on it, I think it's too much of a grind to progress, which will put a lot of people off playing. Because if you've only got like a few hours a week to put into it, if you're not seeing much progress, you're starting to get bored of the game a little bit. Firehead saying you have 210 likes. Nice. Don't forget to smash the like button if you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, as Storm says, industrial scale carpentry to get furniture faster. I'm sure somebody will come out with an industrial carpentry mod soon. So they've done a bakery. So I don't think it'll be long before we start seeing better production buildings that have got better production rates than the base game stuff. Hopefully they'll get some better layout of buildings as well, because I don't know who at Giants designed the oil mill, but why they put the pallets to spawn right next to where you drop off the or unload like the products, so you can't drive straight over it. So I don't know how that would affect a worker using the automated worker to deliver there, whether they'd just stop and get stuck by the pallets that are spawned in way. I mean, you've got quite a big building with lots of space around the sides where you could have a pallet spawn point, and they put it where they did, which is a little bit odd. MigJack32 saying, hey Sim, hey to you. Yeah, spam furniture shops. But is there a maximum amount of production buildings you can place down? Is there a limit in the game without using a mod? A bit like the animal placeables, there's only what, a limit of 10 without using the more husbandry mod. Is there a production limit? Does anybody know? Tyler saying you should totally download the new grain truck that was released today. There was some mods released today. I haven't had a look to see if there was any mods released today. Maria saying hello, I'm back. Welcome back. Clayton saying he wants to thank the NHS for saving me and the emergency services. Yep, NHS do a fantastic job. Let me just get this little bit unmissed. Storm saying, yeah, I think the limit is like 16. Is there a mod for removing that limit? Yeah, there is a mod that overrides it. So I think I remember seeing one, but I'm not 100% sure. MigJack32 saying, Sim, I have a question. Well, go ahead and ask, as long as it's not political, religious, or too personal. Tyler saying it was just a modder. Okay. Which modder was that? I don't know if it's one I follow on Facebook or not. I haven't been on Facebook all day to have a look, so I've not seen if it was a modder on Facebook I'll follow. Not one I've seen at least. MigJack saying, do you like to build of the fields in your opinion? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Do I like creating my own fields? Or do I like the build of the fields? Not 100% sure. Not 100% sure what you exactly mean, but if it's, do I like to do my own fields, then yeah, I like to put my own fields in. You can get them how you want them. So I'm saying, okay, the base maximum placement for productions is 60, it seems. Okay, that seems quite a lot then, 60. I don't know if like they'd have like a limit to like 15 or something. Just to stop console players killing their computers by putting too many production buildings down. But I suppose it's slightly different with the animals, because you've got the actual animated animals, which obviously take a lot more performance than a static building that just produces pallets. Well, then I'm sure if you've got a lot of buildings producing pallets with a lot of pallets being spawned, it's not going to do your performance too good. Oh, do you like to place buildings on fields? Generally, I try and avoid building on existing fields on maps. If possible, I always try and prefer to put them in other areas where it's not suitable for fields or extending fields. But sometimes, obviously, that's not an option, and you kind of just have to sacrifice a bit of field space for buildings. That was the one good thing with playing on PC with FS19 was the place anywhere mod. So you could literally place your buildings anywhere. Because obviously there is that thing on the maps where you get certain areas where you can't build or landscape, which tend to then end up being a waste of space because you can't do anything with it. And then you're forced to remove fields. But yeah, if possible, I'll always try and look at utilising space that's not a field for buildings first, and keep the fields as much as possible. I would say sometimes that's just not possible to do, depending on the map. Maria's saying my Elm Creek playthrough is going really well. I've got an oil mill and a big chicken coop, 360 chickens in it, 6 fields, and I've played on that save game for nearly 30 hours now. That's good going, that is. My Elm Creek never went the way I wanted it to go. I just felt like I was putting a lot of hours in and not really getting anywhere. It's one of those things, if I were to start that again now, I've played FS a lot more, I'd go about it completely different. Where's the best place to build on Elm Creek? Thomas, thank you very much for the subscription. Really appreciate that. Best place to build on Elm Creek. I can't remember any of the field numbers to say where. There's a good area of land going up the towards the top left hand where there's no fields. It's alongside one of the roads. There's a decent area of land there that you could build on. There's also near the highway. There's an area of land that's not a field that I was looking at to put like a farmyard on, or have like a satellite yard with just the farm silos to store crops on. Which, well, I can't remember any of the field numbers. But yeah, there's quite a few flat areas you could, if you want to lose the field. You could use. Maria's saying field 34 on Elm Creek is really good. I can't remember any of the field numbers. It's been a while since I've played on Elm Creek. I'd have to have a look at the map again and refresh the memory. Where are we? Just coming up to 20 to 9. So, only got this last section down here to do, and then we can get the plows hooked up and get some fields ploughed in. We'll probably do 2 fields, one on the top section, one on the low section, probably divided by that little group of trees there. Storm saying, so you plan on expanding out your land and shop areas a bit further away from your farm, No Man's Land series, and not all on the same street? Yeah, there won't be any more production buildings on that area where I've got the bakery and like the dairy at the moment. There'll be some more buildings on there, but not production buildings and sell points. So probably just some of the decorative housing from Alien Jim's buildings pack. So I'll add some more buildings on there, but there won't be like production stuff or anything like that. Then any further sell points like the BGA, when I come to do that, I'll be a little bit further out of the area where I currently am. Just where I want to start spreading things out a little bit more, utilise a bit more of the map. And some of the existing production buildings may eventually get moved to a better area as I buy more land. Oops, I forgot to lower the pickup. Blue Buzzard saying I'm back, welcome back. Father Mick Gaming, what do you use for a vehicle? How do you mean in-game, in real life? At the moment I'm using the Massey Ferguson 8S. It's like 245. Stevie, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
There you go, not too bad. When Joe's asking, he's saying he's not spoken to you for a while. I don't know if you can hear him. How well you can hear him on the stream.
I think my volume is kind of matched to whatever you've the game volume set at. That's probably why I would say.
Ah, okay. Possibly.
We should try and do it through Discord or something at some stage when we both have time.
Yeah, I think
Try
having
figure it
a separate thing I can independently change the volume to rather than rely on the game might be better. He says you never message him anymore. So we'll have to try and sort something out better for the voice chat. Have to have a look into some different options. So I can then adjust the volume, get it set up on the stream deck. Oh god, I wonder what that was then. It was you fertilising. Thought the screen was going glitchy then. This is the fertiliser being spread across. How many bales have you picked up so far? Do you know?
There's 72 collected, and I think there's about 20 on the trailer. So we're in for making big money.
Yeah, sounds good. Oh. There's me carrying on while the bale's ejecting. For some reason I've lost the couldn't hear the baler beeping. Joe said he'll send you a message tomorrow.
No problem. I'm not going anywhere. My wife was COVID.
Stormy, if you get a bit more used to Discord, then you guys could use that for talking. It's totally independent from the game. Yeah, I'll have to have a look into it because it's again something I've never used. I know there's TeamSpeak as well, but again that's not something I'm familiar with or something I've ever used myself before. Matej, what is the best thing you can do when you start on no man's land? Depending how you start and what your starting equipment is. For me personally now, after the 1.3 update at least anyways, get yourself some silage set up and do silage. Even if it's just starting off with a front mower and a baler direct on the back of the tractor and then a separate wrapper. Silage definitely seems the way to go. Other than that I would have said forestry, but you can still make good money from forestry. It just takes a lot longer a lot more work. With the amount of trees that are on area, was it 26 we started on? For how much you make off the forestry now, I don't think how I started would have been possible with the prices now. I probably would never have made enough money to buy another area of land from the trees that are on that land. I was just trying to think how little I would have made using the Mahindra and selling those short pieces of logs. I was probably making about 50 euros per load. I just don't think it would have been possible to do with the new prices. It would be nice as well. I don't think, because I haven't checked on here for a while, what the price is. Yeah, there's not a huge amount of difference between the highest price and the lowest price. It would be nice now they've changed it if, at least for some periods of the year, that price between the highest and the lowest was a lot larger. So, because it's kind of like that's a minimal difference in there, that it doesn't really matter when you do forestry or sell logs. It would be nice if there was every now and then you could get a really good price, so you could stockpile up your logs, and then when you get a decent price come up, you can then sell everything. Blue was saying
planks are a big money maker now as well.
Yeah, planks are like, I can't keep up with the planks. It's like I keep forgetting to remove the planks, and I keep getting the message that the storage is full. It's like I have to keep remembering to go and move them to clear the storage when I skip through time. Yeah, get yourself a few sawmills. Just do planks. Don't sell the trees. Get yourself like 3 or 4 sawmills put down and just top it up with logs, and then sit back and watch all the planks come in. No, Christian, I'm starting a new no man's land, and we do a huge olive and grape operation. Nice. You definitely need to do a huge operation of both of those to make any decent money. I was hoping to eventually get to a point where one full row of olive trees I put down would pretty much fill the harvester, so at the end of the row I could unload, then come back down the other side, unload into a trailer, then go back up, unload. But you'd probably have to go span the entire map to get a row long enough to do that with olives. So I'd done all 10 rows without unloading once, and I was like, yeah, that's a lot less than I was expecting. Matej, what is the better, no man's land or new lands? I haven't played on new lands, so I can't really give an opinion between those two. Maybe a few other people in the chat can, if they've played both. But yeah, I like no man's land, but it would be unfair for me to give an opinion on that when I don't really have any time on no man's land, new lands, to give a comparison. Alright, so last little bit of grass, and then we'll get the plows on. What's the capacity of the grape harvester? Is it less than the olives? Yeah, I wouldn't mind if it was 2 rows, because then you could keep the trailer at one end, go up 1 row, come back down, then unload like a full harvester, and then have 10 rows, so you're kind of doing like 5 unloads off the rows. But even that, then with the olives, it seemed like you'd have extremely long rows to get to that point. Oops, wrong one. Yours is in real life. Well, I'll get a screenshot for the thumbnail. Even though I always forget to actually update it. Quick Google tells me it's about 4,000 litres. Maria saying I was doing a survival challenge on Erlingrat and I was doing good, but the UI for the save game broke and couldn't fix it. Might consider starting up again sometime soon. It's a shame when you lose all your progress. I don't know if we'll get another bale. 84%. Oh, there's that row over there I've missed. Yeah, I've just spotted that row up there I've missed. I'll get one more out. Maybe two. It's quite a long row.
Well, we're currently at 105 bales.
105 bales, nice. Well, that's the most we've done, isn't it?
If we wait until January to sell them, we could make 500,000, yeah?
Yeah, especially with that time of year, then that's a good price for silage. Hey Jesse, how are you? Not seen you in the chat for a while. Are you still trying to get FS19 to work? I thought you would have given up on that by now. All we've done in the stream so far is, well, Stevie's cut all this area of grass on the new area of land and our existing grass field. And I've been baling and wrapping all the bales, which is just about to finish up now. And then we're going to get a couple of new fields ploughed in. Oops, that was a bit weird then. Yeah, I haven't done a live stream for a while. Wednesday was the first one I'd done for a few weeks. Don't think we'll get one more. It'll be close. I may just squeeze one more bale out. Oh no way, 99%. Come on. There's got to be a little bit of grass I've missed somewhere. I can't leave the bale on 99% done. Oh, there's a little bit. I've got some over here. I'm actually at 99% full. There we go. So, how many is that? 108. Wow. It's a lot of silage. What's that? 500. That's 550,000 for 100 bales. 55. That's close to 600,000 litres, isn't it? Well, let's go and park this up and get the plough hooked up. Or the Lizard 6MT. I love your videos because you always.
594.
Say again.
Right, 594,000 litres.
594,000 litres. Yeah, that's a lot of silage. Matej saying, I love your videos because you always type what you're going to do. Yeah, briefly. It's just a brief explanation of what I plan to do and why I'm doing what I'm doing sometimes. It's one of those things, sometimes you can watch some time-lapse videos where they don't, and they're jumping between things. It's difficult to keep track of what's going on because they're constantly jumping from one thing to the next thing, and I like to try and do it so it kind of makes sense of keeps the flow of the video as well, so you're not constantly jumping from one tractor to another tractor doing a completely different job and then going off doing something completely different again. I find those, it gets a little bit too hard to keep track of what's going on. See if we can actually get rid of this stump. Oh, it's another one I keep saying I'll get the stump grinder at some point and get rid of it, but another one I keep forgetting about. What we'll do, we'll probably come started around about there, keep a fairly decent sized gap between fields, so if we do get any workers on, they don't jump across. Bring up the mini map so I can get me manual GPS on. Just saying, I tried to see if it would work on the computer because I was playing on the laptop. Yeah, the last stream was on Wednesday, so there'll probably be another live stream either Tuesday or Thursday this week. I can't do Wednesday. Because I'll be watching the football on Wednesday, so not sure yet. I'll probably know by Monday. There'll be a thing up for it to say when it'll be, so it'll either be Tuesday or Thursday. Just get rid of that tree. We'll also have all the crops to sell soon over winter, so with all the silage as well, we should make a really good amount of money, so possibly enough to get the cows, keep some of the silage obviously for that, as then we've already got straw, we'll just need the hay, a little bit more hay. I don't have weeds switched on. I switched them off on here because we were often skipping through time to get to a point where we've got stuff to do in the stream. I kept forgetting about the weeds, so I'd come on the server just before the stream and skip time, then I was like, oh no, I forgot the weeds, so I ended up turning the weeds off on here. I still have them on the time-lapse series though, although often I'll do a lot of the weeding or removing the weeds off camera in between episodes. So yeah, we don't have the weeds on here. If you're ploughing your fields and you've got weeds switched on, you won't need to remove them anyway, because weeds don't grow on a ploughed field. Some kind of magic thing that you bury all the weed seeds and no more ever appear. Which would be a true fact, but it probably depends on when you play your field in real life. Because if you plough it before all the weeds have set seed around the field, then you're still going to end up with weeds. Calvin saying hello Sim and chat from NC USA. Hope all are well. Hope you are too, and nice to see you in the chat. Asva saying hello from Romania. Hello to you. Just saying the computer says you need to download the latest GPU drive. I said, can you not update your drivers? That's the first thing I always do when I switch on my computer. Every morning before I start, I've got into the habit of going on the GeForce experience and checking for any updates. There's far too many times I've missed the notification and I've started recording, and then because the drivers needed updating, it's messed up the recording. Because I'm currently running Windows 11 as well, I always check for updates on that, because that's obviously constantly being updated regularly. Probably every other day there's an update for Windows 11 at the moment. So it's literally the first thing I'll do in the morning, switch the computer on, check the graphics drivers are up to date, check Windows 11 doesn't need updating, then jump in the game to start recording. Jamie Ailing saying, hey Sim, welcome back. Glad you are feeling better. I started my own channel in your absence to keep my FS22 needs up. Nice one. Good luck with your channel. Justice End doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, I'd love to help you on that, so I'm no computer expert, so the only thing I suggest is it depends on what graphics driver you've got. Go to the manufacturer's website and check on there for any updates. For me, I use NVIDIA, so I use the GeForce Experience, which automatically downloads the updates as and when from there. Obviously, it's a little bit different if you're different manufacturers, so it's always satisfying ploughing in new fields. I think ploughing in new fields and harvesting probably two of my favourite jobs. Field number, this is area 27. So we are up here. So this is let me just stop this. What's that? That's seventh field. I lost my GPS then. Yeah, so this will be our 7th field. We'll put one more in down this area. So there'll be 8 fields we'll have. And then we'll probably go and do a bit of forestry, see if that windrow is still available. Yeah, try and get a 23,000 so we can buy that. Oh well. The wrong thing then. I think it was the plough not going down on the tractor. Oh, there we go. That's better. Volodymyr, apologies if I got your name wrong. Saying the PC is not powerful for FS22. They're still playing 19 No Man's Land. Nice. Well, at least you're still being able to play Farm Simulator, even if he's only 19. I hope you're still enjoying it as well. Jamie Alex saying cheers him. Concentrating where I'm going before Karen reading the chat. Are you planning on any new maps? Yeah, I'm looking for or considering starting a new map soon for a second map. I've kind of completely given up now with the base game maps. I really wanted to finish them, but yeah, I've tried them again, and just the amount of views in there is just not enough. Old Stream Farm, I probably won't go back to now. I'm at that stage now where I'm really enjoying No Man's Land still. But yeah, I need something else, something a bit different. And it probably will more than likely be a US map. So I did download the Elk Mountain Modding's Wyoming map to have a look at. So it may possibly be that one, but I need to have a proper good look around it first and kind of decide on whether that's how to go about that map if I choose that one. Blue was saying my PC is about to take off in a minute. Is that your fans going into overdrive? Johnny, hey to you. Good to see you in the chat again. Hope you're well. Yeah, Storm saying playing logger maps have really decreased in popularity because of the wood prices. Yeah, I imagine they have it. The Elk Mountains maps obviously got some fields on there, so you can start off doing some contract work. So you're not solely relying on forestry to earn any money to get going. Messing around with IQ. I've given up with IQ on my new PC at the moment. For some reason the LCD screen on my liquid cooler keeps stopping working. No idea why. Sometimes it shows up in the IQ app, then it doesn't. It's like driving me nuts at the moment. I need to get a new mouse. I had a problem with my old Razer mouse. That for certain things it just wouldn't work. It'd work on the desktop fine, but then when you open up certain apps, it just freeze up. So I bought a new one, which I like, but it's the mouse button sticks down and it's driving me nuts. So I'm thinking of just getting another new one. When will the new setup tour coming? I was hoping to have done it by now, but then I had that period where I was ill, and so I had a long period of I was not in the right frame of mind. So there's a few things I was hoping to have got done by then, just to get it finished off, and I've still not got round to doing. So I don't know when it's going to be, but it will be one at some point. Hopefully soon, but I can't say for definite. Yeah, on my old computer with the iQ, I've got a really annoying thing at the moment where the fans constantly whirl right up to maximum speed and then drop down, then speed up again, then drop down, and I can't get those to stay on any of the settings on the old computer. So I went in the IQ on there to try and set them to like just balance, but then 3 of the fans just seem to keep spinning up to like max speed. Regardless of what I set them to in the app. What is the largest land on the map? On this map, all the areas are exactly the same size. This map's completely divided up into equal sections, so there aren't any areas larger than others on this one. Lorenzo saying I'm currently binging on the whole Bale 1 series, really enjoying it, sad to it won't continue. Yeah, I really wanted to finish it off, and I may still do, but it won't be anytime soon if I do, and it may just be the odd video here and there on there just to finish it off. Again, it's similar to Elm Creek. If I was to have started those series again, I'd go about them completely different, which would probably help get a little bit more progress, but it's getting a bit tiring when I can't do what I want to do on there, because I've never seemed to be able to get enough money to do what I want to do. Gaming with James, the Logitech G502 is a great mouse. I think Giants might have lowered the wood price to encourage people to use carpentry and sawmill. Yeah, that was my thinking when I saw that done, because to me both the carpentry and sawmill mods seemed a bit of a waste of time compared to how much you could actually make from just selling the wood as it was. So yeah, that was my thinking, is they've done that to kind of force you more into doing the productions. but it still sucks. Especially even sucks as well because I'm pretty sure there was nothing in the update log about them changing that in the 1.3 update. It's kind of one of those things they threw in there but didn't say anything about doing it. Possibly one of those things they planned to do from the start of the game but didn't do it for release, like quite a few other things they seem to have done in some of the updates, where it's like stuff that was intended to be in the launch version but they didn't get it done in time. The cooler I've got is the IQ. Can't remember what it is now. It's the IQ Elite H150i, I think it is, something like that. So it's the one with the LCD screen, which you can get it to display different things, but mine generally was on the shows the temperature of the CPU. At the moment I've just got a red triangle with a exclamation mark in it. I guarantee if I turn the computer off and back on, it'll be working. And then when I turn the computer off and back on again, it'll stop working. And then it'll work, and then it won't work. But when you go to the IQ app, if it's not working, it won't show up in the app at all. And then it does show up, and then it doesn't show. It's like kind of give up with it at the moment. Scott, no, I don't have a Twitch channel. Twitch is not something I've ever done myself, or not something I ever really watch. Yeah, the Crystal Series 650X case, that's on my backup computer, on my second PC. My new case is the Fall Tower 7000 RGB something. I can never remember anything. I'm useless at remembering stuff. It's a big black one with glass sides and a glass front. No, I think mine was the 680, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was the 680, not the 650. The 680 RGB. Alright, so that's 2 new fields ploughed in. Oh, let's just have a look at this. See what other options there are for windrowers. That's that 12.5, 14.7 is the biggest currently I've got anyway. So yeah, we'll get the money to get that while it's reduced, because that's going to save us about 40,000. So we'll go and drop the plough off. Yeah, well, I really like the 680. As a very novice PC builder, I found it very easy to put together, and the cabling was easy because there's a lot of space in there. I really like the fact that it's got the separate section for the SSDs and HD drives, so you can keep everything separate out of the main bit. It's got really good airflow through it as well. That's one thing I found with my old one, was that you got the 3 fans on the front of it, but then directly behind the fans you've got your HDD drives and your SSDs, which kind of block all your airflow. Let's go and grab the trailers. Actually, how much eggs have we got? What's the price of eggs? So best price 2,500, current price 2. Actually, right, we'll sell the eggs, see how much we get for those. So we've got quite a few pallets. Yeah, you can't fit the full size rad, which was one of the reasons why I bought the new case when I built the new PC. Because what I was originally going to do was keep that case and then swap the components out of my old PC and put them in my other case. And then use that case for the new components. But then, because I wanted to get a larger radiator, and that you couldn't fit one in there, so I went for the bigger case. So I ended up keeping that one as it was, which then I ended up buying pretty much a whole new PC rather than just doing an upgrade. But the case I've got now, even though it's a massive case, you still can't fit the largest of radiators in there. But I've got a bigger one than I had in the other computer. Well, I think the radiator I got in the other one was working perfectly fine for that processor. Because I was going for a more powerful processor, I wanted to get a better cooling system. So it ended up in a new case. Which the new case, to be honest with you, the graphics card I've got now, the 3080 Ti, wouldn't have fitted in the old case either. It's way too big. I thought the 2080 Ti was big until I got that 3080 Ti. It's massive. We'll go and sell these and see how much we get. GPU I've got now is a 12th gen i9 12900K. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's a 12th gen i9 12900K. Scott's saying, how much do you think you will get if you sold everything on your farm? On this farm, I had no idea. On the No Man's Land time-lapse series, if I sold everything, I don't know. I always work it out at the end of the series when I come to finish it up. I'll always do a rundown of how much everything's worth. But at the moment, I had no idea what it'd be. What it'd all be worth. Oh, GPU, sorry. Yeah, GPU is the RTX 3080 Ti. Which is an Aorus something or another. It's pretty much the only one I could get at the time. I know I paid way too much for it, but it was either that or nothing at the time because there was literally nothing available, and I didn't want to spend money buying a lesser GPU just for the sake of getting a new one. Oh, there you go. We're going off for the windrower. Hello, Barbara. Alright, so that's that bought. So we just need to get a tedder now. What we'll do, we'll speed up the time a bit. Skip through to the to November. Luinas, thank you very much for the subscription. Apologies if I've just got your name wrong, but yeah, really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Yeah, I was considering getting a 3090 GPU, but that was like 500 more than what I paid for the 3080, and I was like, I think that's just way overkill for what I'm using it for. So I went for the 3080, which I reckon I've probably paid around 300 more than what I should have done. But I said it was either that or nothing, because at the time there was literally nothing available, and I was searching everywhere, and I found two, and I was like deciding between the two of them. Then when I went back to look, the one had sold. So there was only the one left. I was like, I'm just going to buy this now, or I'm probably going to end up not getting anything. Yeah, changing the timescale is 7 and 8. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like, I was like, do I really need it? I was like, not really. I know they're bringing out the 3090 Ti, which is like going to be 2000. It's like at the moment, I just don't really think I need a GPU that powerful just for FS. Let's just turn that off a little bit. See if anything's come up. Nothing good. Alright, we'll have a look at the prices of crops. So barley, we're going to keep most of that. Best price January. Oats, best price December. Canolas November. So current price is 1227. Best price 1226 last year. So I think we'll sell the canola. Wait till it gets a bit daylight. With Visco Pet saying, hey, seems surprised to see you live again today. Yeah, Saturdays is my usually my normal night for streaming. But because I hadn't done any streams for a while, I did one in midweek just to try and catch up a little bit. Yeah, well, I got a, I think I got a 1000 watt PSU anyway, just to give me a bit of extra room in case I did upgrade anything else. I say what went from being upgrading my old PC just so I could render videos faster. I wanted a better processor. The processor I wanted would have meant I needed a new motherboard, because the two processors I was looking at both required a different motherboard to the one I currently had. So I was like, well, I can't just change the processor, I need to then get a motherboard. The motherboard I went for, as I was upgrading the motherboard, I went for DDR5 RAM. As I thought, if I'm getting a new motherboard now, I may as well future-proof it a little bit more and go for one with DDR5. So that kind of limited my options a little bit as well. And then trying to find DDR5 RAM was a nightmare. Yeah, it did started out as an upgrade and ended up as a full PC build. It's like before you know it, you're like, oh, right, I need a new case, need a new cooler, new PSU, new motherboard, new processor, new RAM. New video will be up tomorrow. As I say, there was supposed to be a video yesterday, but when I come to publish it, it was there was a large section of the video that was a little bit messed up. Yeah, I managed to get DDR5 RAM, but I had to buy it as a bundle. So I got the processor, motherboard, and RAM as a bundle. The good thing about that was that the processor came fitted to the motherboard, and it was already like overclocked, and the latest BIOS already on the motherboard and everything, so it was all ready to go. One shot, I tried one of the head tracking, can't remember which one it was. I didn't like it. The one I tried was not the head tracking, it was more off your eyes. I think it was the eye tracker something. I can't remember what it was called. So it actually tracked off your eyes rather than your head movement, which I found for FS it didn't work that well. Like for reversing, you had to like look so far at the side of the screen, it strained my eyes way too much. Yeah, no bending pins, I'll let them worry about all that. To be honest, it didn't. A lot of people say, oh, don't buy bundles and things because it costs you way more. I actually worked out it wasn't that much more expensive than if I'd have been able to buy this component separate, and at least it comes under full warranty, so if there is any issues with it, they can sort it out. At least I've not reduced the risk of me messing up the processor myself. Toby eye tracker, it possibly could have been. I say it's been a long time since I used it. If that's the one, you had the little bar that's fitted on your monitor. I can't remember what it was called. I tried it, I just found it strained my eyes too much when you're trying to look around the cab. One of the problems I have with stuff like that is also the fact that, which is quite funny to see when you're setting it up, it shows you the 2 dots where your pupils are on the screen. Because of the head injury I had when I shattered all my my eye socket, my actual right eye sits slightly lower and further back than my left eye because of the damage to the eye socket. Which you could see when you sat there on the screen where it showed you your eyes, that you could see the difference between my right eye and my left eye was slightly off, which doesn't help because I've got restricted movement in my right eye compared to my left, so it kind of strains a little bit more when you're looking at the extremes. So because that one worked off my eyes, I just didn't find it very comfortable to use. I'll go and sell the rest of this canola. Just have a look, see if anything. Oh, we've got a Massey Bergson 5S. Don't think we need another one. Bluebird's saying go to head off now, Sim. Thanks for a great stream. See you tomorrow if it rains. Well, yeah, bye, Stevie. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for watching. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. How long is it'll be this stream from now. And around about another hour and 25 minutes left of the stream. So it's just coming up to 25 to 10 for me, so we stream till about 11. Farmer Iraq saying, yeah, Toby just didn't do a lot for FS, honestly. Just looks around when you're driving in cab. Yeah. I think if you're using a steering wheel, I can see having head tracking would be more beneficial. Because you can just, especially when you're driving in cab, you can like look left and right a lot easier. Keep both hands on the wheel, but because I use an Xbox controller predominantly, I don't think there's really any benefit to it. But when I first got the wheel set up, I did try one. I say, yeah, it just wasn't for me. May work better for different games. Also, as well, what I find is when you watch videos of people with head tracking, unless they keep the head still all the time, the camera's kind of like this all the time. No good for a time lapse because it's just camera moving far too much. Well, let's just check the other prices on sorghum. January current price 852, so get a little bit better on that one. We'll speed up time again, skip to December. Yeah, I'll say if you've got a steering wheel, because obviously with a steering wheel there's no controls on the wheel for the camera, so if you've got the side panel you can use a little joystick for the camera, which isn't too bad. But if you don't have that, then you have to use the mouse to look around. So head tracking then would be very good because you don't have to keep reaching for the mouse or using the joystick to move the camera around. Because I use the Xbox controller mostly, head tracking wouldn't really do anything for me. Let's just check the animals. They could do with topping up. Cows are fine, and sheep. Top up the chickens with some barley. What's better to play with, mouse or joystick? Me personally, I prefer an Xbox controller. I find that's, for me, it's the best way to play. If it came to a joystick or a mouse, I'd probably prefer a joystick over using a mouse for a game like this. Right, so what we got for this month? January on that one. Soybeans, that's June. Thought there was one that was December. Looks like January for most things. Why is that tipped all on the floor? Oh. Okay, that was weird. I've got a big pile of barley on the floor I can't pick up. We don't have a front loader bucket. It's a little bit annoying, I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, if you're getting a joystick would be useful for front loader work. Using like tree harvesters and stuff like that, if you get it set up. Well, we'll skip through to January because I don't think there's much we can do anyway. December. It doesn't look like there's any decent price. December, January. Best price last year was 101. That's slightly higher than what it was. Alright, let's put this back in here. Yeah, the Thrustmaster T1 6000, the dual joysticks, if you're doing forestry work, you get those set up. Alright, let's park this in here a little bit. Oh, right, we need to go move the planks. Very slow time down because we are losing production. This is the thing with the planks. I may just set it to selling automatically because the amount of planks we get. We won't make as much money, but at least we don't have to keep worrying about moving pallets. What's the storage on this one? There's the doors. So that's still got plenty of storage capacity. Plenty of wood in there. That one's running out of wood, so we'll go in, probably get a few logs over to there. So let's go and grab the tractor and I'll cut a few trees down. Top up the sawmill before we skip any more time. So we've got 113 viewers, so if you've not yet hit that like button then please do. Only if you're enjoying the stream, that is. I really do appreciate it. It does help out a little bit as well. So next month the silage bales should be ready, so we can get those sold as well. Where are we price wise? Silage currently 348. It's actually slightly higher now than it was, so we could possibly sell the silage again. Sell the silage as soon as that's ready. So we'll probably keep one load, because I do want to try and get some cows as well, which is something we've been trying to do for a while. They end up spending the money on other things. This is where I could do with the winch mod I've got on the No Man's Land time-lapse series, so I could just drag these trees straight over to the sawmill. Matt's actually saying it is a great stream. Well, thank you. Glad you're enjoying it. I've dropped my log. Now my forks are glitched out. Yeah, silage Bales is my go-to money makers in No Man's Land since wood isn't there. Yeah. If I wasn't just doing the time-lapse series, I'd every opportunity the grass was fully grown, I'd probably cut it for silage bales. But obviously, because I'm doing the videos, that ends up being a bit repetitive if you're doing it far too often. So, like some of the new fields I've ploughed in recently, I had done it over winter when the grass hasn't fully grown and just ploughed it straight in. Why does my log fork keep glitching out? But yeah, if I wasn't doing the videos, I would literally probably do, unless I needed hay, I'd be doing every cut of grass for silage as soon as it was ready. So every time it had fully grown, I'd get the mows out. Next time I might cut it in half. I'm gonna knocking all those pallets out the way. Should keep it going for a little bit longer. I'll see what that's like. So it's 6,407. Let's go and get one more. I remember in FS15 when I first played that, I'd never played a farm simulator game before. And then when I discovered silage and how much money you could make off silage in FS15, it was like crazy. It's like started off with a small New Holland tractor with a front loader, filling up the silage pit with a few thousand litres of grass from a lawnmower on the front of a tractor with a small loading wagon on the back, compacting it down, then selling it. I had the tiny little bucket that was, I think, was only 1,000 litre capacity, and it was like making thousands every bucket load. I was like, oh, do so many buckets with this, and then I could buy a telehandler and a larger bucket. And I was just spamming silage. Put the field next to the BGA, just all in grass. And you get to the point then when you got the Krona Big X, or the forage harvester with the mowing head on it, going round all the verges with a forage trailer on the back, just constantly filling that up, filling the bunker up, just to do silage. When are you planning your next live stream? Next live stream will be either Tuesday or Thursday. Which one would be better for you, Stevie, or neither?
Thursday possibly, because I'll be off Friday now. But either's probably okay.
Yeah, I'll probably more lean into Thursday myself, because I've got to do some stuff Tuesday afternoon. I don't want to be in too much of a rush. So yeah, possibly Thursday. Are you planning on getting the Krona Big M? Yeah, eventually I'll get the Big M. But it's one of those, at the moment, it's not something I'd want to spend the money on. Thank you very much for the subscription, Brew. I'm not sure how you say your name and it's just gone off the screen. I appreciate you subscribing. JG Games saying Subsim back in the stream. Nice one, welcome back. I thought you were not going live. Yeah, Saturday's back on Saturdays now for as the normal now. I say there'll probably be a few streams, say next Thursday possibly, or Tuesday, and then maybe one in the week after that as well, just to try and make up for the weeks I missed. Get a bit more progress on here. Or how many is that? 13,000. I think that should do for now. I'll skip through to January. Jesse, I wish I could get FS22. Well, I'm sure you will at some point. So dark. This is literally why you can't do any videos on YouTube during the night on this. It's just so dark. You can't see anything. I always find that videos tend to come out slightly darker on YouTube as well than they look for me. JG Games say my birthday is on the 15th this month. Well, happy birthday for then, if I don't see you before. Or close to that time. In the future, may possibly do a Friday stream, just to change things up every now and then. But no plans to do Fridays at the moment. I say originally Saturday wasn't the night I was going to do, but it kind of ended up at that. Let's fill up with the oats. Let's move some of these pallets as well before we get the message that no more pallets can spawn. Eggs and silage. Even though they've nerfed the price of eggs compared to the first release of the game, chickens are still worth doing. Slow time down a bit now. See if there's anything used equipment. Let's buy a grape harvester. Oh, that would have been nice if it was on the time-lapse series. That'd be nice for my sugar beets. I think while we're down there, we'll probably have a look, see if it's worth upgrading this trailer. Something with a little bit larger capacity. That's 22,500 is not quite enough for us now. Let's see if we can get something 30,000 plus. That's the current one we've got with the extension. What's that one? 18. It's quite expensive though. No worries. Thank you for stopping by to watch anyway, Matej, and taking the time to interact with the chat and stuff. Really appreciate that. And I enjoy the rest of your weekend. So we're up to... Are the silage bales ready now, Stevie?
I assume so. I didn't really check them. We've loaded them up.
Okay. Let's see what trailers we've got. See if it's worth getting. How much can we sell this one for? 11,994. So expensive. What's that one? 32 up to 51. $37,000. Wow, the trailer's so expensive. Not to 55. What? Why does it say 35,500 there? That's like 50,500. Don't really want that one because I don't want with a dolly. What's that one? 38,500. And that one probably looks the best one. It's 5,500. So expensive though. Good luck shopping ads. Yeah, goodbye Jesse. No worries, Matej. If you can make it, you can make it. But I appreciate taking the time to watch. Alright, let's sell this one and we'll buy that cramper. Seems like the best option. Although it's a little bit more than I'd like to pay for a trailer. That can take all craps, can't it? Yeah. Well, should we go standard red or go for the Michelin special? Simon Schuler saying hello, love your videos. Well, thank you for that. Welcome to the stream. So which one should we get? Should we go for the red? Or we could change the colour as well. Green, black. Main colour. Sim does rolling improve yield? Yes, very, very slightly. It's like 2.5% yield increase. So it's very, 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 very small amount, but it does improve the yield. So if you invested in a roller, it would take a lot of harvests for it to make its money back in the increased yield. But yeah, obviously rolling takes time as well. Black, get the Michelin one. Ibrahim Uruk, thank you very much for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the farm manager level. I really appreciate your extra support. Get the Michelin one. I've no idea what it says on there. Presuming that's German. Well, let's just get that one. FS16. Is that a mobile version? Fertilizer is worth doing. I'm not sure on exactly how much it is. There's like 15% each round of fertilizer or something. Lime, if you've got lime switched on, if a field requires lime, it reduces your yield. Same with ploughing as well. If your field requires ploughing, it reduces the yield. So having both of those done, I think, is around about 40%, or maybe a bit more than that, 50. And then fertilizer makes up the rest. And then is it mulching and rolling make up 5% if you do both. To become a member, there is, if you go to my main channel page, there should be a little icon that says join. You can click on that and it takes you through all the information. I'm not sure how it works because I've never joined a channel or so what we've got left to take. I'll take all the sorghum. I only got 6,000 litres of oats left, so we'll keep those. Basically, if you look on your the field, so on this one we've got a yield bonus of plus 95%. You can see down in the bottom corner. If your field requires ploughing, I think it reduces the yield, so you won't get the maximum 100%. I don't know if it shows you in the help menu. So they've done it is in it doesn't show you what percentage it is anymore. Oh, there you go. It shows that one. Spread fertilizer twice is a plus 23% yield bonus. So it's 23% for fertilizer each time, so that's 46% in total for fertilizer. Yeah, liming is a 15% bonus on your yield. So if you've got lime and fertilizer, what's that, 61%? Hey Nikki, hey Sim, long time no see, yeah. Hey to you. Oh. So I'm reading the chat there. Crash into the trailers. This is my main channel, Sim Farmer. Sim Farmer Plus is my secondary channel. No, if you've got them turned off, it doesn't make any difference, so you don't need to worry about those. So if you've got the field info on, when you stand in the field, it should show you what your yield bonus is. If you've got lime and ploughing turned off, then you should get the 15% for liming, always there as a base yield bonus. Yeah, Sim Farmer Plus I'm hoping to get back to next week. So possibly a video up on Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Yeah, that was me reading the chat. Not concentrating on where I'm driving. That's at 35,437 for that load. Takes us up to 218,947. It's not too bad. Well, we have enough now to get the cow shed I was looking at getting. I'll possibly be able to get a feed mixer as well. Storm, I forgot to look at the fuel gauge now. You're out of fuel in the middle of the field though. Yeah, not something I've done yet, but I've come close. Come close a few times to running out of fuel. Mostly in the harvesters. The trouble is I'm finding that class Lexian I bought, it seems like the mod itself has got an increased fuel usage than the base game, and then because I'm using the high fuel usage setting, it's kind of like killing the fuel a lot faster than I am expecting. So literally like doing 1 or 2 fields and have to refuel it. Don't think we've got much left in this worth selling now. Let's have a look. So we've got quite a bit of barley, but I want to keep that for the chickens. Now what we'll do, we'll sell a load of barley because we've got the sorghum as well. Five times already. It was quite fun when I did it. No, I didn't want to fill up with sorghum. When I did it on that one episode of the No Man's Land time-lapse series where I run out of fuel, or almost run out of fuel in the harvester, and I had to then go and sell a few things to get a bit of money just to buy the diesel refuel point and put some diesel in it so I could refuel it back at the farm. We want barley, that's what we want. Vendor farmer saying, hey Sim, good to see you back, how are you feeling? Well, I'm feeling a lot better now, thank you. And good to be back in the streams as well. Yeah, never run out of fuel in a real tractor, you know. Yeah, there's not something I've ever done in real life, run out of fuel or anything, but we had, where I used to work, we had one person that called us on the radio because I was working in maintenance, saying there was a problem with his crane. He couldn't get it to start. and you literally like walk over there to have a look, and he's literally run it out of fuel. And it's like, you do know you have to put fuel in these things, and you have to keep an eye on the fuel gauge. Petry is saying hello from Finland. Hey to you. Vendor Farmer saying good mate, miss your streams. You're an outstanding YouTube bud. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I missed doing them, but I was just, there was no way I was in the right frame of mind to be able to do them. I thought it'd best. So I tried to have like a kind of a break from YouTube, but still try and get some content up, but without trying to overdo it. It's always difficult when you're relying on content to as a living for your job. It's difficult when you're in periods like that because you don't want to do anything, but you can't afford not to get some stuff out. But also you need to be mindful that of knowing when you need to take a step back without burning yourself out or pushing yourself too much. And next time where I work, we've got a bobcat that almost ran out of fuel in the barn. Catched it before it did. Yeah, a few times I've come close in the forklift truck, just like limping it back to the fuel point at work. And most of the time that was because the person that used it last didn't bother fueling it up. And they dumped it at the bottom of the yard and just left it there. And you jump on it and find out there's barely anything left in it. So we're up to 290,095. Where are we time wise? So 10:15, so I've got about 45 minutes left. I'm a full-time YouTuber now, but I used to work as a maintenance engineer in a recycling for a recycling company. But that was 6 years ago, the last time I worked there. And that was my last proper job. Put this under here. So eventually we might have some extra money, we can get a new farm building to start storing our equipment in. Let's just I'll switch that back to storing now. Just check. Chickens are fine, sheep are fine. We do have quite a bit of wool now. There's that 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 7,000 litres of wool and a partial pallet. So the sheep are starting to produce a decent amount of wool. I still don't know if it's enough to get the spinnery yet. One thing I miss about the live streams is selling prices I can't see. Yeah. Yeah, I always put it in the video because it's so difficult to see the actual prices when they're up, so I always add it separately, but I can't do that in the stream unfortunately. Right, so the cow shed was gonna get what? So I was looking at this one. not can't remember who this was by. It's 490 capacity, so that's massive. Actually, does this one do milk? Yeah. That's why I couldn't see whether there's a milk trigger on there. So I'm thinking of putting this in this gap here, which will fit in just nicely. But we will need to move those silage bales out of the way. It doesn't quite fit over there with a lot of landscaping. That's a fairly flat area. We'll get the harvester moved. There's possibly a way you could edit some of the XML files to change it, but you probably have to do the base game files to get it to work. What it really needs is, it needs to be a little bit bigger and a little bit bolder. But I do have the actual hood scale slightly lower. I think mine's set to like 80% rather than 100. So the actual hood scaling is a little bit smaller than default, which makes it a little bit smaller for that as well. TC Agri saying hi Sim, hey to you, and welcome to the stream. Right, just drop that down there for a minute. We'll have to get these straw bales moved out of the way as well. Bale spikes there. We could really do with a bale shed as well. I'm really hoping some of the bale storage mods come out soon, like we had in FS19. Yeah, the bale trailer's all the way down at the store though. Won't take long to move these. Where's the auto stackers? Down at the store. Stevie left it down there and bought the flatbed trailer back. So by the time I've driven all the way down there to pick it up to come back, I'll have moved these anyway. If I don't go too fast and end up dropping them. There's that 3 stacks left. One thing I need to do as well, check the water on the greenhouses, because we have skipped quite a bit of time. Last 3. TC Agri saying, well Sim, it's been very short, but I have to leave because me and my girlfriend are going cutting silage tomorrow morning at 5:30. Have fun everyone. Yeah. Sounds interesting. Early start for you. Well, thanks for stopping by, as short and sweet as it was. Alright. Let's see. Overlaps with an object. What object? I may have to just take a little bit off that field there to get this to fit in. Let's lower that down a bit. I'll do just neaten up this corner. It's not quite so jaggy. Nick saying one thing that is annoying when your food mix tractor breaks down and you don't have a backup machine to sit here while when you can't give the cows food. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Fit that just in there. I was just trying to think of access to enough space to get in out there. Yeah, should be plenty. Oh, I should have turned off the placeable things. Didn't put that big thing around it. Never mind. Right, just take the corner off this field. Once we've harvested that, we'll probably just replow it in a bit better. Painting grass. JG Game saying bye to you. Well, thank you for stopping by. I'll just give this a quick tidy up. It's taking out all my grass here. I didn't quite realise it had such a big area around it that this is one of those things where you really could do with the undo button when you're in build mode. Get rid of that little bit of grass for now. Alright, so there's our new cow barn. Alright, we're going to go for some Holstein. See how much. I think we're going to buy 60. How much money we got left? 139. How much is 10? 16.5. Well, we'll start off with 25. What difficulty are you playing in? Medium, yeah, on here. Just because we're only doing one stream a week. Hard economy would just slow progress down way too much and we'd just never get anywhere. I even think at times, because we're only doing one stream a week predominantly, even on medium, it's not a huge amount of progress we're making for some things. So I'll buy 25 cows, which is 41,250. So I guess a nice start on some milk production. So that leaves us with 98,000. Stevie's loading up the lettuce. Have you got the eggs as well? Oh, a few planks. So we've got quite a few pallets of eggs if you want to put those on as well. There's what, 5 full pallets and a little bit. Right, so we'll. So much. Feed mixer. I want to give these TMR straight away so we get maximum production. The trouble is I don't have many mods on here at the moment, so another thing we could 24, 22. Nothing in the used equipment. Nikki, you're not using the small auto load trailer on stream? No, we don't have the auto load mod enabled on here. And Chat Vox Gamer saying bonjour to you. Oh, okay. So JG Gamer saying he's not leaving. He was talking to TC. No, my bad. Nick saying happened on the farm we work on, 2 days to fix the tractor because they couldn't get the parts. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? So we'll just go with the Silo King for now. I think it's worth extra 5,000 just for 2,000 litre capacity. So I'll go and grab that. And we can get the cows some total mixed ration. Well, we're just coming up to 10:30, so yeah, we probably won't do much more now. There won't be much point in starting any new jobs. We'll just go and grab the feed mixer. So what we'll probably do for the next stream, we'll probably skip through to March. It's February, March, when we can start sowing crops. I think it's March, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll probably skip through to March so we can get some new crops in the new fields. We'll also get some lime on there, fertiliser and stuff like that as well. Snowberry saying, oh thanks, started 3 hours ago, hope it's not about to end. Yeah, about half hour left, or 25 minutes. Good to see you in this chat again. Stormcall saying hello, I'm back again, welcome back. And Yara Young saying, are you and Degwin going to do videos together? Probably not, no. I don't know Degwin personally. Yeah, that's definitely right. Easy to spend. I remember in FS19 with the gold nuggets, the first time I collected all the gold nuggets to get the £1 million. I was like, wow, I've got £1 million to spend, and then you buy a new combine, header, and a new tractor, and it's gone. It's like, where's all my money gone? It was like so quick how quick £1 million can be spent. We need to get a manure extension, I think, as well. So we'll look at putting one of those down so we can get some manure. Yeah, half hour better than nothing. Watching while I tend to my own fields. Nice. About ready to turn some turnstones off. To be honest, cultivating's pull up tons. Yeah. As I mentioned in the last stream, it would be nice if it was just completely random. And you got some small patches of stones just come up every now and then. Chaotic 79 saying, what's up, Sim and Stevie? The sky. I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are too. Capacity of these bales, 6,500 for the hay. What's these? 5.5. So that's 12,000 with one silage, one hay. Yeah, we'll do 2 hay, 1 silage, and then should be able to fill up the rest with straw. Hopefully that will give us a good mix. In terms of the feed additive, anybody actually use it? Is it worth using in a feed mixer? I've still got no idea what it's supposed to do. So does anybody actually know? Because I've not actually tried it myself yet. Well, I should have actually said the ceiling for me. Or, well, my microphone is up. The ceiling. And then the sky. Yeah, so in terms of the feed additive, is it actually worth using? Anybody know? Yeah, so we'll do 1 silage. These are all ready, aren't they? Yep. And then hopefully we should be able to just fill the rest up with straw. Aki's saying he used it but didn't see any difference. Yeah, somebody did say it was supposed to make the feed last longer. But I don't know how the game calculate that. Because it's still... Does it show any different, or is it just TMR? How much is in there? 18,500. I don't know if it's going to be a little bit too much straw if we fill it with straw. Mineral feed doesn't do anything. It might be bugged, but it isn't like silage additive, which adds 5% to your silage. TC Agri saying I'm back. Apparently we're rolling out at 6:30. So you get an extra hour. I like your thinking though. Get up an hour later, so stay up an hour later. Emil saying hello from the Netherlands. I have a question. Do you know how my friend on Xbox can't join me on FS22, but I can join him? I had no idea. I'm hoping this is not going to be too much straw. We'll soon find out. I don't know. Maybe his nut settings. Don't allow him to join other people. I don't know, so I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know where the straw trigger is, if there is one. Up there by the looks of it. So how much has that filled up? Wow. That's a big feed trough. I barely touched it. Was that a tenth? Should last quite a while if we fill that up though, so we'll probably do a couple more loads. Have you finished now, Stevie, what you was doing?
Yeah, I'm finished now. I'm finished recording now.
You want to bang the bales in there? It's doing 2 hay, 1 silage, and then rest straw.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I'll sit here doing nothing, reading chat.
So what's the mix again?
2 hay, 1 silage, and then just fill it up with 1 straw bale. It won't take the whole straw bale, so I just hold the straw bale until it stops taking any. Nick saying, Sim, it looks like everywhere in there is a big trigger. Yeah. Rasmus Birch Peterson saying, could also just have missed the server setting to allow crossplay. Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I've got the green screen's all working now. At the moment, I can't actually set it up. So I bought a green screen. I was before Christmas. And I was having trouble getting it to work properly. And it's now working properly, but the problem I've got is I can't fit it behind me currently because I've got I'll come round to you, Stevie, save you driving all the way around. I'd need to do a bit of landscaping there. At the moment I've got next to me, to my right hand side, just in front of my window, I've got a little fold up table, and I've got 2 little propagators on there, so I'm growing loads of seedlings for the garden. And because of that's where it is, I can't fit the green screen behind me at the moment. So once I've finished with that in a couple of weeks time, I should be able to get the green screen out. Right, we'll go through this end. Come on, cows. Oh. Cows just walk through the gates. Move out the way. Right, for 25 cows, I think 2 loads should be enough, but we'll do one more just to keep going. Do you have a favourite tractor brand? I don't have a particular favourite brand. My favourite tractor is the Fendt 1050. But I don't have a particular favourite brand as such. Right. Well, Stevie puts those in. I'll see about the manure pit. Silos. I probably think the best place to put it is probably right where I put all the straw bales. Alright, we'll leave that for till next time. Let me tidy up this little bit here. I still find this smooth tool's a bit useless at times. Even when you increase the strength, there's often time where it just doesn't seem to do anything at all. I much prefer the landscaping tools in FS19. TC Agri saying it would be cool if you could get a John Deere 7530 Premium. Maybe when we start getting some more tractors we can get some different stuff. How much straw we got? Oh, give them a few bales of straw. Rain doesn't affect the field, but it does affect your yield if you harvest while it's raining. That's the only effect rain has in game, is if you try and harvest a crop while it's raining, you get a low yield. But other than that, it has no effect at all. Farmer saying my favourite tractor is whatever is on sale. Yeah, I like to try and use a lot of different things, so I always try and use different stuff on my videos rather than just constantly use the same stuff. But there's always so many mods that come out that you never get to use all of them. Move to you too. I think that should do for straw. There's plenty in there. Get these gates closed. Stop the cows walking through them. Right. Oh, there we go. So that's our first 25 dairy cows. And we've still got 89,000 left, so we've got enough for the tedder. We're definitely going to need to do some hay soon. And I'll have a good look on ModHub, see if there's a decent building that's affordable. Just so we can get like a better barn to start storing stuff in. Because we are fast running out of space here. Oh, actually, I did get... It's one thing to have a look at. Downloaded Alien Gym's animated building pack. I was going to have a look at, see if there's any sheds in there worth getting. I don't know if, I presume they're all the same as what was in 19. Because I have got this stuff as well from Lancy Boy. I say so. A little expensive spending 90 grand on a building. Benjamin, thank you very much for the subscription. I really appreciate that. So these ones aren't too bad. They're not massive. I mean, that's just gigantuan, but 340,000 for a shed. It's like crazy. I think these buildings are really, really nice buildings, but they're just so expensive. And I know in real life that would be expensive, but this is a game. And it doesn't do anything other than store equipment. Yeah, I need to go through ModHub and see if there's some better options. Well, that'll be a job for next time. I put my front loader down. Don't leave that in the air. So yeah, next time we'll probably look at getting we'll get those moved, we'll get the manure put in so we can start getting some manure. We'll start getting some slurry production as well now, and some milk. So we've got another source of income, some more stuff to use on the field. Yeah, it's one of those with the price of metal and stuff. Buildings like that aren't going to be cheap, especially in today's climate as well. But for the game, for a building that doesn't do anything, obviously in real life there's a lot more reasons why you'd go and buy a building. For security, for keeping your stuff stored in, keeping it out of the weather and stuff. In game, obviously they don't do anything, they just look nice. It's hard to justify spending that much money on a shed. So yeah, I think we'll start wrapping it up there. So thank you to everyone that's watched the stream this evening. I really appreciate you all taking the time to come and watch and interact with the chat as well, to give me something to talk about. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Again, it really helps the channel, and I really do appreciate that as well. Water cows. Do we need to water the cows? Oh, we need to give them water in this one. You're joking? I think Stevie's doing it. I just assumed as it was a barn we didn't need to water it. I never even thought of checking. Yeah, a water tanker and a milk tanker is something we'll look. There's that modded one I use in the time-lapse series I'll probably put on the server, because it's got decent capacity and can do both milk and water. Yeah, there you go, Stevie's on it. At least someone's on the ball. Yeah, so big thank you to DRndalo for providing the server for tonight's stream as well. And if you are interested in a dedicated server for Farm Simulator 22, then please consider DRndalo and look through the link in the video description. It is an affiliate link, so I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, and I've just realised I need to update the link, I think. because I think the link's changed. My bad. Something I need to sort out as well, but there is a link there that should take you to DRndalo anyway, so you can have a look at that. They do dedicated servers for lots of different games other than FS22. So yeah, big thank you again to everyone that's watched. Big thank you to Stevie for coming on to help out again.
No problem, anytime.
You've been recording again?
Yeah, I just finished just before I was helping load the PMR, but I'll have to upload maybe Tuesday.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to watch the stream back in time-lapse form from Stevie's point of view, then check out Stevie's channel, Stevie 4K Gaming. There is a link in the video description to his channel, and I will try and put one in now, but for some reason my commands stopped working, so I don't know if this will work or not, but we'll give it a try. But yeah, if you want to see the time-lapse version of the stream, then check out Stevie's channel. Snowberry, have you checked out this TLX Phoenix pack? I have, but I haven't, not in 22 I haven't, but I probably will look at using it at some point in the future. So again, yeah, big thank you to everyone that's watched this evening, and I'll see you all in the next one, which more than likely will be Thursday next week, and then back to Saturday again. So hope to see you there, and enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a great week. See you again in the next one. Goodbye.